Hey everybody, you're listening to the Wombo podcast. I'm Chipmunk. With me as always, the Mr. Gimpy.
What up, Chip?
What's happening, man?
Just getting over being sick, man.
Man.
I once a year, maybe twice a year, I lose my voice. This is one of those times, So
Dang.
we didn't do last week because of the Easter holiday, but on top of that, I lost my voice too, so it wasn't happening, So
We owe these people nothing, dude. My monitor's been going bad, for a few days now. Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like I just bought this one, but I bought the cheapest one possible.
Ago, bro.
No, that one already broke. That one I took to recycling. This one,
okay.
I got in between there. So This is whatever the recycling escapades were. I think it was a few months ago.
27-inch you guys got?
I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I bought the cheapest one possible. So I can't tell if it's the cord's going back because I have a crazy cord configuration here, or if it's just the monitor. It seems kind of like the monitor, but it is what it is, man. I'm do I pre-order a new monitor now? Do I wait for this one to go completely bad because I have the laptop so I can just open it up? So I'll never be completely, monitorless.
Yeah. I'd order the monitor now, dude.
Yeah, these are the struggles, dude.
I wouldn't even mess with it, man. Because if you have the ability to order the monitor now, why wouldn't you, man? You're just setting yourself up for a future struggle. Just do it.
It's I can tell it's kind of going bad. It's flashing on and off randomly. It's got weird red fuzzy dots that are appearing from time to time.
Really, that does sound like cord to me, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I just need a new cord. I could end up buying a new monitor, and then I just have a really nice new two monitors, dude. And it was just the cord all along.
Like two chicks at the same time.
Yeah, man.
I get that.
It is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So aside from monitor drama, I've been, still shuffling in between projects. I'm not sure if we talked about this last time, but there's one game that I was working on with a group of people. That one, I feel mostly has died out, but I still see murmurings in that Discord channel of people still working,
so let me refresh your memory here. So the last time we spoke, you were working on that horror game with a group of people that you joined in, and then that you did the level design for, and then you were working on, or you were talking to a guy on working on a project with just you two, I believe. There's two separate projects.
Yeah, so the horror project seems to be slowly dwindling down, and I did do all my parts to it. I did do the level design. I did do some game design documents. I made a bunch of faux scripts to help them out. I basically built the picture on the box of the Lego set and gave them the instructions to complete it. And I was my part's done because all I signed up for was the level design. So I feel they got way more value than.
Did you announce to them that you were done with this? Or are you just letting it die?
Basically, I was just my part's
No, there's
done.
no base. It's either a yes or no, brother. So you're just letting it die.
I think we had a meeting 3 weeks ago or something where I was my part's done on this. Let me know if you need some help still.
Okay.
And then,
so you left it open.
There's only where it's hey man, if you guys really need somebody, but I was kind of going by vibes of is this project still kind of going on? Is there anything? And I did offer some of my other stuff that I have, some PBR assets or something. I was hey, if you guys want, I can do all the set decoration with this. And they're no man, we want to create it on our own. And I was all right, good luck with that. I'm out. That. Yeah, that's fair. The platformer thing's still going. We finished 3 different prototypes so far.
Remind me of this project now, and everyone listening, for the secondary one, because we spoke about the horror one for quite a bit. But so it is a platformer you're going to do with this.
Yeah, that was kind of the first thing we thought of. And this guy's new to using Godot. I'm new to using it. And most of the tutorials are set up a platformer. But both of us kind of know how to program and stuff and have game dev experience, but he's more so on the tooling side, and he's a legit programmer, and me more as a hobbyist enthusiast / generalist. So we were just kind of filling each other out, kind of vibing. So week 1, we both came up with our own platformer prototypes. Week 2, we took the best ideas from that and then threw that into a new prototype. And then had a few people play test that. We got a lot of really good feedback because it was so bad. It was good bad feedback, which is nice because then it helps you. And so then this last week, I did some stuff to add in some more debugging tools so you can start to dial in where the problem is. And I also made a level, and so I made a little like line that follows your character around, so you can see like their movement and trajectory through the course as you're playing. And then it exports that to the Godot editor, so I can like adjust the platforms and stuff. Because I started like doing it by hand, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna do it. Am I gonna start counting tiles?
Yeah.
No, I'm like, yeah, am I gonna count tiles by hand or like create like some sort of measuring stick that I can like throw into the scene and like use that to like scale things properly? I was like, man, I'm doing it by vibes. So
wait,
I just
like
created
Unity,
this
doesn't Godot have a real time edit option so you can move stuff real time? Do they have that?
I think so, yeah. But
okay.
you still have to get back up to the other platform.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it would still be back and forth a little bit. And this was just kind of cool. So I just did this. I did it for the vibes. I did it for like, again, I said I enjoyed the tool making more than a lot of the game stuff at this point. I enjoy like the level design stuff more than game design stuff. So yeah, I made some tooling, did some level design stuff, and then tossed that back to the dude. He was like kind of looking at it. He's like, yeah, this is pretty insane, blah, blah, blah. And then I told him like, for prototyping, we need to answer our question, whatever that is, you know? So I think like, here's, in my opinion, and I've heard this from other people, is like, when you prototype things, it's like, how do you know if your prototype's done? When you're prototyping, you should have like a core question that you're trying to answer. And then if it's like yes or no, and then like go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. So for us, it's like all based on a dash mechanic.
Okay.
So that was kind of like what we came to after we prototyped a bunch of different stuff. And I don't know, I was talking to some other game dev friends of mine, and they're like, oh, you know, what else could you add to it, to like other mechanics and stuff? I'm like, no, I'm trying to make the dash feel really good. That's it. And they're like, yeah, but you could do like all this other stuff. I'm like, no, I just want to make the dash feel really good. I don't know. It was like
you didn't talk to me, brother.
Yeah. I don't know. It was, like, it was kind of like
it sounds like you're
talking in parallel between each other, whereas like they're like, oh, you could add other stuff and that would make the game funner. I'm like, sure, but if the core of the movement feels shit, it doesn't matter like how much cool stuff you pile on top of that, you know, in my opinion.
Is this a 3D platformer or side scroller?
It's like a 2D side scroller. You know, the basic stuff.
2.5 using 3D models then, or actual
just 2D. We got some sprites going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This dude claimed to know like maybe an artist at some point. So I don't know. I know like some artists I could hire. I could do some art stuff too if we really wanted. I could buy asset kits. And most platformers aren't very viable for the market, in my opinion. Like most people are coming to it for like a really good story or like something unique that they haven't seen before. If you're just making generic platformer, you know, number 20,900 or whatever, like nobody, you know, that's a wet fart, dude. Like nobody really cares, even if it's like really good.
Disagree. Super Meat Boy 3D, Celeste, you know, are things that
Garbanzo
came out
Quest, dude.
Recently. That
have you heard of that? Have you heard of Garbanzo Quest, dude?
No,
exactly, bro. This dude spent his whole life energy making like one of the best 2D platformers ever. Nobody gave a shit. It kind of like crushed his soul a little bit, dude. He was like,
well, that's a high claim to make. To
yeah,
one
dude.
of the best platformers ever.
Like everybody who plays it basically beats the game. They all love it. All the reviews are extremely positive. It's on Steam.
Same like the guy. I mean, marketing is also a problem, right? That people overlook. Sure. Especially people who like code first. They think marketing doesn't matter. It does. It's probably like one of the hardest, easiest feeling, like seeming things to do, right?
Yeah.
Also,
you should
was it called Garbanzo Quest?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. All right. Naming is also one of those things. you know,
that's like coming from the rip of marketing first.
Pizza Tower doesn't have a story.
You want like two words, a memorable thing.
Straight platforming, man. I don't know, man. I think you're.
No, it's a lot. It's easy to do like a lot of, you know, Monday morning quarterbacking of like could'ves and should'ves, but it's like at the end of the day, he has a great, phenomenal game.
That's out.
And it still doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And there's probably like hundreds of games like that out there that it's like, so you got to think of like marketing, like what's your unique selling point? Like what's your character? Like, why should I care about this? Like, what's the story?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're interested in selling a product, if you're just doing it for funsies or a hobby, like yeah, sure, make, you know, Garbanzo Quest, but like don't be surprised when nobody buys it. He is running, I think, maybe a Kickstarter right now. Super
awesome. Sure.
I don't know. It's not sponsored by this guy. I just like watched his devlog and stuff. I was like, damn, that's devastating.
Did you play the game?
No, I like
Okay,
even after else, I didn't sponsor. Hey man, I didn't say. I was like letting you know this
you
is
just said
reality. I
it's one of
looked
the
at it.
best platformers ever,
Yeah,
and you didn't even play it.
this is based
You're
off
just
like
going
a
off of
bunch of
him,
different videos I've watched, not just him. Like I was like, I started doing more research on this. I was like, is it though? And I was like, man, apparently everyone thinks it is. Like,
bro.
uh,
You're not gonna get me unless you played it, man. I just I'm gonna
I
look
got it
this
on my
up. How
wish
much is
list.
it?
I'm waiting
How
for
much?
a
Do
sale,
you know how
dude.
much it is?
It's like $20,
Okay, okay.
but it probably seems worth it. I don't know. It's This character looks kind of generic too. I think that's kind of an issue with it.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
Regardless,
once
it's
again, platformers are very like they
oh,
can
dude, we
seem
getting into
easy, but
the notes of it, dude. We're getting
good
into the.
characterization, right? Like why are Mario and Sonic so successful, right?
Are
Mario
we getting
being
into
like one of the
soups
first.
and nuts, dude? Are we getting
No,
into
man,
the
I'm just
dust and
touching,
bolts, dude?
right? Like, why is Mario successful, right? Game feel, the characters are cutesy, it's easily recognizable. The game
Yeah,
feels good to play, so it's a little bit of everything, right? Why did Sonic get such a boost, right? Sonic was the cool character at the time, right? Music was a banger, but Sonic himself was cool, easy control, right? Just rolling into a ball just made sense, right?
yeah,
But everything looked so polar opposite of Mario, but still recognizable enough to work.
yeah,
You know, but obviously these are the tops of the tops, right? When we talk about them, why'd Metroid
yeah. And
work,
it's
right?
like timing
Just
as well.
yeah,
Like you're early on, you get a lot of the low hanging fruit, so it's like everybody else is just kind of copying from your framework.
sure. But I mean,
Uh,
there's newer platformers that are also bangers. The Klonoa series, for example. You
yeah,
know,
I was playing. This is not a cave.
I
That was
just
interesting.
showed my kids Splosion Man and Miss Splosion Man, and they both absolutely adored it, which are one of my favorite newer platformers. Made shout out Twisted Pixel, rest in peace for the
Yeah,
studio closing down recently. But I absolutely love Splosion Man, right? And Splosion Man and Miss Splosion Man are wacky, like freakazoid looking characters that work, right? It works with the time. So you're you know, I always tout like gameplay over art, but art does matter. That doesn't mean I disregard art completely, right? Like your art style matters. You know, Conker's
yeah.
Bad Fur Day, for example, right? Conker was a cutesy character in a adult themed world, but
Talking style.
I feel like if he was an adult themed character, that game would not work as well.
Yeah,
So, you
ideally
know,
you have all the things.
yep,
Great gameplay, a style, interesting theming. Like,
yeah,
uh, so I was also sick a few weeks ago during the week,
yeah,
and I started watching this YouTuber called like Your Favorite Son.
okay,
He starts every YouTube video. He's like, "Hey, Dad, it's me, your favorite son."
okay,
But he was reviewing like all the most negatively rated Steam games,
okay,
and so I just kind of had it like playing in the background. I was laying around sick, just playing Hearthstone. Uh, and they're like each an hour long. So by like the fourth or fifth one, I was like, man, he's kind of saying like the same thing over and over again. So then I started taking notes. So here's how not to make like a F tier or D minus tier game. Uh,
don't copy
it is.
Bubsy, or don't copy
It's just.
Bubsy.
It just seems like mostly obvious stuff, but like surprisingly, a lot of like devs do this, and it wasn't like all just people doing like weird asset flips or anything. So no glitches, bugs, ranging from the the game being completely broken to players getting stuck, items getting stuck, enemies getting stuck, bad controls, no tutorial, uh, ease of access to a user manual that like kept coming up where it was like you forget controls or something, or there's some unique thing and there's no way to like or like flashes like how to do something real quick. Bad graphics from visual clutter to just no cohesion, like just a bunch of asset packs or something put together. Bad gameplay, repetitive, easy min max the fun out of it. No healing items, too many healing items. No clear UI elements slash feedback. So there's no feedback telling you like if you did something, if it's good or bad, if you're getting hurt, if you have like X money or an item or inventory. What does this button or interface do? Like let's see here. Yeah, is this helpful? Is it impactful? This is bad grammar, spelling issues, typos, translation issues. Names change. So like maybe it's like you're working on something throughout development, and then like you name something one half of the development, and then like the second half, like you change the name of it, but like you didn't change it earlier in your game. So there's like games you'll be playing, and just like the names of like people's or items are just like different. So that causes confusion.
That's crazy. I've never
Unoptimized.
played anything like that where it's released and the names of items shift. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
This is the junkyard of Steam. Dude, I'm
Can I tell
giving
you
people.
what that sounds like? Is people made it to get it done and not necessarily for the passion of it.
I think also when you're like 1 to year plus into something, and we've said this time and time again on the podcast of like, make sure you're naming things, make sure you're leaving notes for yourself. I think like when you're working on that last 10%, which is equal to the 90%, like you're going to again start trying to rush through things, and that's when you're going to start making like small little mistakes that compound, and that it's not good, and that just causes confusion. Unoptimized, low frame rate, graphic stutters, bad controls or controller screen, doing something completely different, not having remap. Everyone, I guess, wants remap feature in the options. Then there's like genre constraints, where other biggest competitors does. Why would anyone play this? Stuff like that. Looks maxing, I called this. It's just like if your game looks like an RPG but lacks RPG stuff, like lacking that theme cohesion, like whatever it is, it's whatever it is on the box. This type of shit. I don't know. It's just stuff like that. So I just took those notes, and that's not going to help you make a good game. But if you do like the opposite of those things, at least it's like you'll probably be like a solid D game. Like you're not going to be the most negatively reviewed games on Steam. And then F is like games that he bought that like wouldn't even boot up. So
sure,
that's just a complete failure. So if your game doesn't boot, like obviously that's enough. Like you don't even get it to the dance. That was just like things that constantly came up in like some of the worst negatively rated games. Because I think this is like somebody who's going into these games with like the most open mind possible, looking for hidden gems and stuff, and like very forgiving like graphics and stuff. Where he's like, "Oh, this is interesting." He was like giving things a fair shake, which is more than 99% of Steam will do for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's definitely interesting. So, with your platformer that you're working on, do you guys have like any milestones set yet, or are you just purely prototype phase right now?
I was like, by the end of like this next week, we want to trickle down like the debug and tooling stuff I did to the main branch, and then answering our core question: does this control feel good? Does the dash feel good? And then if it doesn't, then we'll like branch off and do something different. Hopefully, it's hard to tell. I keep on like subtly hitting to the other person of like, hey man, we could just scrap this shit. Like this is not a big deal, like that's what the whole point of prototyping is. And like a lot of the stuff we kind of discussed today too goes into like pre-production before you even prototype. Of like, you can, again, it depends on your goals. Like if you're trying, I don't think they're mutually exclusive. Of like a marketable idea is also a good idea.
Is this project to just get a game done, or is this project for commercial?
Yeah, this is this guy just trying to pad his portfolio because he's worried about the job market. He works at like a major game studio, but they've been also going through layoffs, as all major game studios have been lately.
Understood.
So he's like, I probably need to get some shit on my portfolio. So he's like trying to branch out and so do some fun stuff,
Yeah, definitely. Okay, got it. I wonder if he is contractually obligated to not release something commercial outside of his current role.
Maybe. I don't see this.
Could be those exclusivity deals are kind of the way of the dodo now, but in my the finance industry that I do in my day job, my previous employee was subject to a non-compete, really. So I get that.
Yeah, man, it's a cutthroat out there, dude. The WWE will sign you that 360 deal on everything you do, 20% of it for the rest of your career. A lot of music like that as well. Anything with like a publisher or a company, there's all kinds of weird. You gotta be careful what you sign when you sign up for things.
Yeah,
I think my current job has like some stuff like that in it, but it is what it is.
Got it. Well, let's shift gears here. I'm glad you're still Devin. I'm glad it's still happening. I'm glad you're feeling better. I mean, now I'm on the mend now. But we're like 80% right now. But I just wanted to touch on some of the things we mentioned last time. I just picked up Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch 2. And
you regretting that Switch 2 purchase yet, dude?
I didn't purchase it. It was a Christmas gift.
All right. Santa got it for you, man.
But Santa got it for me.
Jeez.
But not at all, actually. I'm actually astonished by how much I'm actually playing it.
All right, dude,
it flipped. It's the opposite. I didn't think I would, right? Because
Yeah.
when the pod first started, or when the Switch 2 was first announced, and we looked at the lineup, I was like, this looks fun. This looks fun. I don't think I'll get it until probably the new From game comes out. Right? I was like, that's probably like the thing. But got it for Christmas. I completed everything I can do in Mario Kart World. I'm enjoying the crap out of Donkey Kong Bonanza right now. I got the Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition, which the improvements they made and playing with my kids has been a blast. Pocopia seems to be the new killer app, but I'm not really into like the farm simulation games. But from what everyone's saying, it's there, and my wife kind of is looking at it, but not sure. But there are. I think if it was my only console, I could probably see the like if I got these games on launch, I'd probably be done with them, bored, and this waiting for the next thing. Like most of the Switch 2 owners right now, I feel. But the fact that I got it, just about a year after launch, maybe a year and a half, and I'm experiencing these games for the first time after like DLC and stuff is hit. I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
It doesn't feel as empty.
Yeah,
and of like there's nothing to this.
Exactly. Donkey Kong Bonanza is, I can't say enough kind words about that game, dude. It just drip feeds you with gimmicks constantly, and it's Nintendo with their platformers, man, and this is like a 3D platformer, like the big killer app. Knock it out of the park like every single time, dude. Like it's incredible the consistency that they have, and I can't say enough kind things about that game. So, I gotta say I'm really enjoying it. The next, I actually didn't expect it to grab me like it did. Like I said, the only games I was really looking forward to this year was Resident Evil Requiem, and then if Virtua Fighter 6 happens to come out, yes, so
yeah.
Dust Bloods now.
Showed you that has that crazy fighter.
It's
like code. Oh, it was just like somebody's prototype.
Yeah, I can't remember. But
dang, shout out to that guy, dude.
But
I think he was mad at Tekken.
Yeah, man, I absolutely loving it. So, that being said, the other killer app that I didn't think that I'd get, but friends are really piling on. Forza Horizon 6. So that comes out next month, and it's set in Japan, and
nice.
Of my friends who play racing games, everyone's committed to like playing with a racing wheel, setting up a weekly event, just all of us just chilling in the parking garage and doing drifts and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll report back on how that's going. So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Joining an underground drifting league with your homies.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
With your sim rigs.
Yeah, it should be good. And we're all kind of learning on the sim rig, at the same time. So skill gap will be there. So, I think it'll be good. Yeah. So that's the plan, man. And then obviously I'll do some more game dev, as soon as I'm feeling better. I'm on the next milestone of Pick Squeal, but slowly chipping away, but nothing really to report as of now.
Nice. Yeah, for me, for game dev stuff, I've been waiting for to hear back from these teams and stuff. Personally, I've just been quickly prototyping interactions instead of game mechanics, where I'm what's interesting interactions to do. So I have a folder of that kind of stuff. I'm kind of slowly running out of ideas. I found 2 or 3 that are pretty interesting. They're just oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. And it almost feels like a weird psychological test because of it's just one type of interactions. It's what is this? Is this some sort of mad scientist test that he's running on people? And it's yeah, a little bit for myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know, listening to you talk about a little bit about the Switch, do you think it's fair to have old reviews when games are kind of as a service now, always being updated with new content? Should there be a moratorium on older reviews where they just kind of evaporate?
I don't think they should evaporate because I think
should there be almost a timeline of where the score was at different points?
Yes, I agree to that.
But you can look at a little chart and you can see oh, this game's trending out. Oh, they must have made some kind of crazy improvement or something.
Yes, I think
that changed the pricing.
Should be it. And I'm not sure how it works on Steam. I guess I've never looked into it now that you mention it. When games go from early access
just positive, mostly positive. It's not the granular.
Right, but when games go from early access to full release, do they? I know the early access reviews are highlighted early access review, but they're still on the platform.
Yeah,
I would actually.
I think all that stuff weighted mathematically on like
Okay.
that.
Okay. If
What
anyone
Steam
knows, let me know
shows
because
to people.
I'm curious because those reviews don't go away, but do they count towards the overall score? Because I'd be interested to see if games that, for example, were great in early access and then the full release launches and they plummet, or vice versa, right? So
and I've been hearing like the new kind of meta right now for indie game devs is to put out like a demo as fast as possible and like get people playing it, and then like try to soft launch that into Next Fest and like put your game out when you're like 3 to 6 months ready for your release. Because then like you kind of build up momentum on that stuff. So it'd be interesting if like those like demo reviews might be hurting you or helping you. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to look into. Good stuff. All right, man.
Just make good games.
That's
This is a secret.
That's a secret. All right, man. For the Combo Wombo podcast, I'm Mr. Gimpy. That's
Chipmunk. Like, share, subscribe.
See you guys
We
next
out.
week. Take it easy.
Deuces.